So at what point did you typically, and I'm sure it depended on the year, depended on, as you stated last week, you didn't feel too good about your first 2 years, and then you really kicked it into gear the rest of your career. So I'm sure it differed for you. But in regards to at what point during fall camp were you like, I'm ready to go? Like the game's like 10 days away, but man, I'm ready to go. Was that typically how it was, especially those last 2 years where you were ready to play way before? Or do you think, hey, we need all this prep time. We need to get these reps in?
Yeah, no, in the beginning, you definitely let's get the reps because especially coming out the first couple days or probably the first week, the defense is killing the offense, right? They're flying around, they're doing good because defense is defense, man. You got 4 coverages and a couple fronts, and we've been doing it forever. Now there's details and stuff, but offense has this big stack of plays and they're different names and they got to get in a rhythm and everything. So we're killing them the first little bit. And, it's like, all right, now we're ready to go. And then that second week hits and offense is starting to catch up. And it's like, well, okay, maybe we need a little bit more work. Maybe we need to get together. But then kind of, in that last third of fall camp, the legs are getting a little heavy, a little tired. Maybe we're tired of hitting so much. Okay, it's time to get into game week. Yeah, let's get this game prep going. Don't want to go against good on good anymore. I want to get a scout team and start getting some planning going. So it's probably that last third, not game week. Maybe the week before game week. We're tired of this, right? We've been doing it. We've been scouting each other for way too long. It's time to get going on an opponent and actually get to play a game.
What was that preparation like mentally, seeing what you saw on tape and knowing what the name was, Fordham, South Dakota State, whatever it is, and probably I'm not trying to give your answer to you because I'm thinking right. You kind of have it in you that, okay, we got to take these guys seriously. You never know, but at the same time, you know what you see on tape.
Right. Honestly, it depends on the team. I never really played like a Fordham or who we play when the first game got rained out like 2 years ago.
Akron.
No, that got rained. The Akron got rained out, didn't it? And then another team came in.
Yeah. Well, that was Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah. So like a team like that, I mean, okay, yeah, probably take it a little less serious, but especially being from here, like a South Dakota State. I mean, we took it very serious because we knew that they were. I mean, that's top of the FCS division, and even when we were going to play them,
you knew guys on the other side.
Yeah, and when we were going to play them last year, to be honest, I was a little worried because they were. I mean, they were a good team, and I can't remember if it was my freshman year or sophomore year. I mean, we almost blew it against McNeese State. So there's some of these teams like that upper caliber FCS level that they kind of get the D1. FBS rejects. So they've got talent. They look good on film. Their their stats and everything look good. But those are the top FCS. Now a team like Fordham, right? We look at that, kind of look past them, or you're kind of licking your chops. Like I'm gonna, like Stilly's probably like this. This guard looks absolutely terrible. He's 265 pounds. And whatnot. So, more licking your chops against Fordham than a South Dakota State, where it's like, this is a trap game. We got to be careful and take this serious like it's Ohio State.
Didn't you guys play North Dakota State one year when you were there?
No, and I'm kind of glad we didn't. I'm telling you, those are trap games. I like being able to play them, but it's risky. It is. It really is. They're a good team. And if you let it, it's like Northwestern's always been. If you or vice versa, if you let either one of us hang around, then eventually they're going to jump up and bite you rather than just putting them to bed.
And a lot of people don't really realize that a lot of those teams, especially South Dakota State, North Dakota State, a lot of their guys, the roster is filled with a lot of Nebraska prep athletes because, the guys that D1 passes over – all of a sudden end up there, and they have pretty darn good careers. Think about like an Easton Stick or R.J. Erzendowski, a lot of guys that went to North Dakota State and had great careers and ended up in the NFL. So
missed out on a lot of guys. Even my own Nick DeLuca was in my class.
Nick Luca, he was a great linebacker. Yeah, I love that kid. Yeah.
Won 3 national championships or something at North Dakota State, and then had a couple of years in the league and a great career. And he should have been at Nebraska probably, but they miss him.
All those guys.
Midwest has great football.